Alright, folks. It's been a little while since I made a video last. I apologize for that. But I promise that this ought to be a good one. Because I really just wanted to show off a project somebody else made. I love doing that, by the way. I haven't had a chance to really do that on here at all. But I wanted to show off something a programmer named that they go by VV4T on GitHub, and they made this gorgeous little OpenGL rendering thing written entirely in C. And I'll show you what I mean, because even though it's a relatively simple program, it has a lot of just little things that add up in such an immense way. Like, as you can see, I'm not doing anything all that special here as a player, but you can tell that there was some heart put into this little project here. I don't And it basically has its own built-in renderers that make everything that you see possible, as far as I understand. But there's also they have like a web version of the same program that runs right in the browser. And I know that because the very first time I saw this project, it was actually built into a web browser or like a little web page sort of thing. And I thought that was really cool. And I made it my mission at one point to try and get the desktop version to work. And see, the thing about that is it's a little tricky because even though this project's really cool, it was actually pretty difficult to compile, even though I'm on I guess you could say the right system for it. It's like a Linux program. But I don't know. It was just set up in such an odd way. It was missing some dependencies. Like, you have to go and find the dependencies yourself. If you, like, it's one of those projects that if you weren't already a talented developer, you probably talented, I say. If you're not already an experienced like game dev programmer who has an idea of like, oh, you need this dependency, oh, you need these libraries to make it work. There's a good chance you're not going to know how to do this. So I went ahead and added I created a fork of this project, and I added README and some details having to do with putting it together. I'm doing this all in one take, so forgive me if it seems a little scattered. I didn't like write a script for this or anything. It's just me basically fooling around. And I realize most people aren't that impressed by seeing a little tech demo like that, like this. They're like, oh, well, a game engine can do that so much better. But that's not what this is about, really. It's about the fact that a skilled a game designer went out of their way to write this entire little 3D program with no engine, and I have no idea how long it took them to get the skills to build a renderer. And sorry about that, I had to sneeze. They took the time to basically fully program some renderers and rendering pipelines, and they put this whole sucker together themselves. And they pretty much just dared other people to come and test it for themselves and download it and show it off a bit. I have no idea about the skill of this programmer in terms of game development at all. I probably need to check out their GitHub a bit more. This is mostly the project I know them for. But yeah, if you're interested, I have the forked. You'll probably want the forked version of this project because for some reason the developer didn't put in any kind of basic exit loop that's easy to that you just press a keystroke or hit the X on the window to shut it down. So I created sort of like a little bypass hack, which I don't know if it creates a memory leak or not. I I I want to believe that it doesn't create too many problems, but it may create a little bit of a memory leak. But the point is, you're going to want the version that has you hit the escape key like this, and suddenly the program stops. But in the original version that they developed, unfortunately, it does not have that. So if you were to run the NUI project from their GitHub repo, you'd have to have some kind of forced process kill, some kind of control delete thing. So yeah, I just really wanted to show this off. I haven't made a video in a while, and I hope you guys decide to check out their project and my version too if you want. But please give them credit. They made basically everything. I just add some special touches to it.